The Women's Tennis Association has suspended all tournaments in China and Hong Kong because of continued fears over the safety and freedom of Peng Shuai. Peng has not spoken in public for a month since she accused former Chinese Vice Premier Zhang Gaoli of sexually assaulting her 3 years ago. Her social media post was quickly deleted, and Peng was not seen in public for more than 2 weeks. Since then, Chinese state media have released footage of her, which they say shows her fit and well, and that she's retracted her allegation of sexual assault. Peng also took part in a video call with the president of the International Olympic Committee, Thomas Bach, but it was widely dismissed as a publicity stunt, and the IOC were accused of attempting to appease China, who are due to stage the Winter Olympics in February. The WTA have repeatedly asked for assurances about Peng's well-being, but they have still not been able to speak to her, and now they have delivered on their threat to pull tennis out of China. The head of the WTA, Steve Simon, said this: "Unfortunately, the leadership in China has not addressed this very serious issue in any credible way. While we now know where Peng is, I have serious doubts that she is free, safe and not subject to censorship, coercion and intimidation. The WTA has been clear on what is needed here. We repeat our call for a full and transparent investigation without censorship into Peng Shuai's sexual assault accusation. None of this is acceptable, nor can it become acceptable. If powerful people can suppress the voices of women and sweep allegations of sexual assault under the rug, then the basis on which the WTA was founded, equality for women, would suffer an immense setback. I will not and cannot let that happen to the WTA and its players."
Very strong stance, and it really is the WTA fulfilling the threat it had made pretty early on in this story, that if it didn't get its demands for clarity and transparency and action on the Peng Shuai situation, that it was willing to pull its business out of China, which is a major market for women's tennis in the past decade or so. This is Steve Simon standing by what he said all along and showing a lot of strength and backbone in doing that. I've been very impressed with the WTA, their strength, and how clearly and quickly they made it clear that they were not going to be satisfied by clearly censored media or clearly puppeteered messages or photographs out of China, and that they drew a line in the sand pretty clearly early on and called out the censorship in China that Peng Shuai was facing and that others in China were facing regarding her case. And they painted themselves into a corner a bit, you could say. I mean, they really made a very clear demand for what they wanted. That was going to be hard for China, given everything and how it operates there, for China to ever meet and to accept. And so this is the situation they found themselves in today, saying that going forward in China is untenable. So I think it's been understandable and predictable for a couple of weeks now, but certainly that initial stance that the WTA took, being very strong in support of its former player, and against China, I think it's still very striking and very notable.